Friends, I'm here at Dharma Mountain in New Taipei City, Taiwan. This is the temple founded by Shifu Sheng. Shifu Sheng is someone who made a very big influence on me. I read his book, Footprints in the Snow. It was talking about his path to ordination and becoming a monk, and it really inspired me to give that a try as well. It's high up here in the mountains, and walking up these steps is the founding Guanyin Park. So Guanyin is Avalovikiteshvara, the Bodhisattva of compassion, and Guanyin represents being able to face all suffering and to wish for that suffering to end, to kind of stay with it, and to use the power of that witnessing to support the ending of suffering. And Guanyin is kind of the archetype of that in Buddhism, the archetype of compassion. So you can see here it says, "Please maintain silence. Begin by silently reciting homage to Guanyin Bodhisattva, the compassionate one." One of my mentors is a longtime mentors is a bhikkhuni from Taiwan, actually from this tradition. And this bodhisattva this black Guanyin had actually appeared before her in her dream, kind of led her to ordain and become a monk herself. For me, the image of Guanyin, very powerful, very meaningful, kind of like a divine mother, and just a human expression, human emanation of this quality of compassion, which when you look at these things by themselves, compassion and wisdom, it's almost like a universal force. It's an energy, it's a spirit. You can say, oh, well, humans, they can think about stuff and then they can be kind or be compassionate. But really, what would a human being be if not for compassion? What would living beings be if not for compassion? So looking at it from this universal perspective, compassion can take on a life of its own. It's kind of what Guanyin represents. I'd say this is I take a short pilgrimage here today. This has been a long time coming, and it's probably one of the most beautiful Buddhist temples, monasteries that I've ever been to. It's quiet, serene, the air is fresh. There's so much nature around. And for those who haven't already listened to Shifu Sheng or read any of his books, I highly recommend you do so. So this video is a little bit more slow paced than most videos on YouTube, but I hope you'll stay tuned as we walk around a little bit more and we can go to see the main Buddha hall. It's really breathtaking, really beautiful. Amitofo, Namo Guanyin Pusa. You can see here, this is a combination of branches or willows. It's dried wood, but it's shaped in the form of one of the Buddha's positions. So the Buddha has this lying position for meditation, laying on his side. And the Buddha mind is really meant to be all about the nature. The Buddha is an emanation of nature, not just, this human being, this guy who is really peaceful, but actually like the universal nature of mind that's free from any blockages, any clinging, any stickiness. Just free, just aware, just bright. So we can go in here and see what's going on inside of this castle-like structure. So this is the Grand Buddha Hall. So even more beauty here at the side of the Sangha campus. So this is nearby where many Taiwanese monks and nuns go to college, get a higher degree in Buddhist literature. Many places to sit and meditate here. So they didn't want any filming in there. People come here to pray and feel connected to the Buddha. And not too difficult at a place like this. I always notice there's such a big energy to experience something, to get something. There's this constant seeking, and that really interferes with cultivating a mind of peace. So the Buddha mind is free from getting anything, free from holding anything, free from rejecting anything. And that's really what we train in our meditation practice, to be completely free, to practice to be completely free from getting anything, trying to get anything, to practice to be completely free from trying to avoid anything. And this is no small task. But I've found, and I think you will find as well if you try, that when I take time to stop that constant habit of trying to get something, and I stop that constant habit of trying to avoid anything, I can really go deeply within myself. I can meet myself where I truly am, and I can heal, and I can support the healing process. So this is both a monastery and also a university. And many people here who volunteer to do good deeds, to sweep, to take care of the grounds, so they can make blessings, so they can have meaning in their lives, and so they can stay connected and concerned with the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. This way of breathing, and being that is not rushed and is not contrived. It exists in a place of not knowing. It exists in a place where there's not a destination to get to, there's not a goal to reach, but more so just wandering. Wandering in awareness and we may have not grown up or had experiences in our lives where that made sense or where that was showed to us, as a realistic way to live, to walk, to be. So we have to take the responsibility ourselves to bring that element into our life. And then hopefully, in one way or another, in a small way or a big way, we can share that element of wandering in wonder with the people we encounter, with our loved ones, and more with ourselves. It's always accessible. It's just a matter of watching our step. Checking in and recognizing where we are at this moment. Sometimes we need help to stop. So we listen to a Dharma talk or guided meditation, or we tune into somebody playing crane games to win a stuffed animal. But you should never think that that stopping is some kind of special ability or something out of the ordinary. And that stopping is not about controlling, not about controlling anything. But instead tuning the dial into the way that life is. The way of temporariness, the way of impermanence, the way of constant change. So that we can make sure, absolutely sure, that peace is something we never ever miss out on in our lives. That we never put our peace and our freedom into something outside of this moment or outside of this direct experience. Because peace and freedom and all that you need is right here and right now. Amitofo.